everybody, it's Heather, and today we are filming our third official podcast. It is Monday, and I'm going to put these out on Mondays if I can. I have decided that instead of doing it every 2 weeks, like I said I was going to do in the first video podcast, I'm going to try to do it every 3 weeks. I think giving myself 3 weeks in between videos gives me more time to get things done. I have more time to start new projects, finish projects, and more work to show on larger projects. I think that's a good idea. So that's what I'm going to go with. Every 3 weeks, I'm going to try that. We'll change it if we need to as things go along. You know, it's no big deal. Change happens. Okay, so today I have a few finished objects and a few stash acquisitions and a new cast on or two. Whatever, we'll just go with it. Okay, first of all, I'm going to show you my finished objects. My first finished object is the little baby socks that I was making in the last video. The last video, I believe I finished this Rose City roller that I was making out of Swapless Swaps minis. And I had cast this one on already, and I believe I had turned the cuff already, and I was starting my decreases. And here we are, her little socks. They are gorgeous. I love them. She loves them. As I've said in my other videos, my 1-year-old loves hand knit socks. As soon as she sees me knitting them, she comes up to me and puts her little foot up in the air and asks me to put them on. Regardless if they're for her or for me or who they're for, she wants to wear them. And she doesn't care if they're finished. She wants to wear them now. And she gets mad if I can't give them to her right then. So I'm very happy to be able to give her another pair of socks. And I like the match of this because I do not wear matching socks. Like store-bought socks, I do not wear matching ones. So I thought it would be cute to get her in on a little matchy-matchiness also. This is the Rose City Rollers pattern. It's a very simple pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It is called the Rose City Rollers Littles Edition. Super cute and super easy. And this is the second pair of them I have knit for my baby this summer. So that's finished object number 1. And I don't have any of the colors of these because they came in a minis swapless swap that was done on Ravelry. And although the colors were on the package, none of the actual little tiny mini balls were labeled as the colors. So I don't know the colors, but you know, that's okay. They're super cute and they're gonna look really cute on my little baby's chubby feet. Okay, so let's see. My second finished object is also for my baby girl. This is modified. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be the little Rosebud top-down dress or tunic by OGE Knitwear Designs. I love OGE Knitwear Designs for my baby's items. I've knit quite a few of them for her actually. And I loved this pattern. It's gorgeous. See the little dress? It kind of reminds me of a cardigan that I've knit before. It has the same decrease flowerish patterns going down the arms. And this one takes it all the way down the dress as well. Well, the yarn that I was making this in was driving me insane. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful yarn, except it's like a cottony yarn spun with like a metallic-y, plasticky yarn. And that metallic-y gold plastic yarn kept snagging on my fingers. I have dry skin, I guess. I also bite my fingernails right now. Nerves. And every couple of stitches was snagging on my skin and my fingernails. And it was leaving little pulls in the yarn. And that was driving me crazy. It made me not want to work on this. I started this back before pandemic. I started this probably in February. Because I wanted her to wear it this fall. Late summer, fall as a dress. I thought it'd be really cute. With like a little pair of bloomers poking out underneath. Super cute. Well, the fact that the yarn was snagging on me, I put it to the side for weeks. And then I picked it back up. And at that point, I was at the split for the sleeves. Well, I split for the sleeves. And I decided to, instead of finishing the pattern, see, my fingernail is caught underneath this right now. Like this was catching on the yarn underneath right then. That's so annoying to me. The pattern had the eyelets going down the sides, and instead of finishing it out, I decided to just continue it in garter stitch because I thought it would go faster and I could finish it and get this yarn out of my hands. Because although when you rub it like this, it's so squishy and it feels so soft, that plasticky yarn, I don't know what it is, but I would never knit this yarn again. And I have extra, so I'm gonna have to probably de-stash them somehow. So I just caught on my wedding ring. So I decided not to do the eyelets on the sides. I did garter all the way down. And then once again, I was back at it. I was going in, I was going strong. And then I was like, I don't want to knit this anymore. I'm just tired of this pattern. I'm tired of this dress. The pattern itself I love, and I may go at it again with another yarn eventually. Maybe in her next size up when she's a little bit bigger. But for now, I decided to just make it into a short sleeve sweater shirt. And it is very, very cute. And it looks so cute on her. And I think that this fall, when she's wearing little baby jeans in this, she's going to look adorable. And I cannot wait. But I think I made the right choice for this. I wanted to finish it. I wanted it off the needles. It had been sitting. Look at this. I'm stuck on this yarn right there. That's how easy this yarn is to snag. Like, it snagged on my cuticle. Seriously. I can't imagine how much it's going to snag on a baby. Hopefully not. But the pattern itself I like, and I will go at it again. And it hasn't been blocked, so once it's blocked, you will be able to see the little eyelet details a bit better. I do like this pattern. Like I said, I have a cardigan that has the same pattern like that on the top. I believe it's the Felix cardigan. And I thought that this could match with that. But now that I know that I don't like this yarn, okay, I will tell you what kind of yarn it is. It is called Paintbox Yarns DK Metallics, I think. It's a rose gold. It's pink and gold. The gold is like a plasticky thread, and the pink is a cotton, I believe. So pretty. So snaggy. I wouldn't recommend this yarn. I just wouldn't. So that's my second finished object. It has been on my needles for quite a while, and I'm very glad it's over. And now on to the third object that I have finished. It is a sock for me. This is a shorty. I don't wear long socks because I live in the South and it's hot, and I don't like the feel of them all the way up my leg. So this started out as a pattern, and then I decided to continue on in vanilla. This started out as the Morning Coffee Socks by the Crazy Sock Lady. She starts you out with a twisted rib, and then she has this patterning here, but I didn't feel like the patterning was showing a great deal in the striping yarn. So when I picked back up to finish, you know, here, the foot part, I just went ahead and did in vanilla. It's a slip stitch heel. Very cool. And here's my sock. This is knit using Knit Picks Felici self-striping yarn. This is the colorway Carrot Cake. They sell Felici in 50-gram balls. I have never used a 50-gram skein for a pair of socks for me, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to make 2 whole socks out of it. And the entire sock is knit in it. I didn't change for the toes or the cuffs or the heel. So I knit this sock, and I weighed my yarn that's left, and I have 24 grams. And if it started out at 25 or at 50, that means I used 26 grams in this. So because I don't mind having mismatched socks, I'm going to knit probably the heel of the next sock in like an ivory color. I have ivory sock yarn that I've used before in toes that I will just pop in the heel so that, you know, it'll change it up. I mean, this part won't be striped, and that's okay. And it'll be different, so we'll see. Or also, I guess I could do the toe, because in theory, this toe is pretty much all ivory, except that little bit of orange there. So if you did that, I don't know, it's just 1 gram, guys. I don't know if I could pull it off. I didn't weigh the skein to begin with, so I don't know if it was a perfect 50. So I don't know. I guess I could weigh this sock and see if this is, 25, and then, or if this is 26. I don't know. But like I said, this is, I don't know. Socks, I think what's great about socks is as long as you like them, it doesn't really matter if it's matching or perfect, because nobody really sees them but you. And like I said, I don't wear matching socks. So I don't care if the sock is 100% matching. I will do the next sock when I cast it on. I haven't cast it on yet. I will do the 2 repeats of the pattern, and then I will do the, the foot and stockinette. So the pattern will match, but the sock color doesn't have to match exactly, which is fine. So that's my first half, well, my next half finished object. I have one more finished object to show you, and it is also a new cast on. I cast this on because my husband bought me a bobbin of yarn, which just came out. Premier Yarns released Premier Bobbins everyday worsted yarn, whatever it is, and it came on a bobbin, a wooden cardboard bobbin, and it had 3 colors. It had a light color, a marled color, and then the dark color. So the middle color that was marled was the light and dark together. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna knit something for my baby when I saw it. It was her colors, and I decided to knit her a little cardigan. This is like a bolero type cardigan. I'm gonna button it real quick. And I didn't even get to use the 3rd color. That's what's a shame, but that's okay. I found out, everything isn't perfect in life, This is called the Enchanter. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, it's so cute. And the original pattern for the Enchanter, it ended, when you split for sleeves, you didn't split for sleeves, you bound off for sleeves, and then it was short sleeved. And I decided to make hers a 3/4 sleeve. Since this is like a 3/4 sweater, it kind of goes half down her tummy, that it would be cute to have the 3/4 sleeves. And it's so cute on her, so cute. And I put a little wooden heart button on it because I like wooden buttons. Straighten the button. I love it. But like I was saying, this is the Enchanter by Lisa Chemery, or Frogginette. She goes by Frogginette on Ravelry and YouTube and Instagram and wherever else she may be. I love her patterns. I have quite a few of her patterns purchased, and I've knit one other of her patterns, which is a bonnet that actually is made in almost the exact colors of this, also for my baby. I don't have a picture of the pattern, or I would show you. I didn't print that for some odd reason. I printed the pattern without the front page. So now I'm going to show you my works in progresses, and I have 2 that I'm going to show you. I have 3 that I'm going to show you. Okay, first I will show you my sock. I cast on a brand new sock in the most beautiful colorway. Isn't this beautiful? Can't really see so well, but there's some sparkle. Love it. This yarn is by, I can find, oh yeah, here we go. Nomadic yarns. It is called Christmas Tree Farm and Sparkle Sock. It is also a 50-gram ball of yarn. So it is a self-striping skein of yarn. I balled it up by hand because I'm kind of into the hand balling right now. And I am currently working on a 1x1 twisted rib for the cuff, and I use 9-inch circular needles, however you may say that, to knit my socks until I get to where I start with my heel, then I go to DPNs. So I'm very happy about this. This is a pattern I'm just doing in my head. It's going to be like kind of like vanilla, but I'm going to have like a stripe going down the top of the foot all the way to the toes in purl stitches. I think that'll be cute. Right now, I'm just playing around with socks as I go along because I'm new to sock knitting. I've only knit myself 2 pairs, my daughter 2.5 pairs, and myself 2.5 pairs. That's ironic. I've knit her and me the same amount. But the reason I didn't cast on the mate to this sock yet is because I kind of wanted to change colors to keep it fresh. So I will work on this sock, and then when I get done with this first sock, I will go back to knitting this mate, and then I will go back to knitting this mate. You know, keep it fresh, keep it fun. So that is my first work in progress. It's not very far, you know, I've only got about 8 rows of twisted rib for the cuff, but still. Stick it in my little bag. My next work in progress is a new cast on. And I have the pattern picture for this one. This is a free pattern on Ravelry called the Elm Avenue Throw Blanket. And it's really cute. It was released summer 2011. That's old. It's an old pattern. So this is what it looks like. It's a free pattern, so I don't mind showing you. It's super simple. You cast on 200 stitches. I cast on 210 because I can't do anything exactly like anybody says, because that's just how I work. And then you knit a certain amount of rows in garter, and then you rapidly increase by doubling up each stitch till you have double, which is supposed to be 400, but mine has 210, so it goes to 420. So you go from 210 stitches to 420 stitches, and you knit and stockinette for a while, and then you go back and you rapidly decrease. So it gives you this ruched looking. It's so cute. I'm going to show you what I have so far. And I'm loving it so far. Just cast it on late last week, and this is what I have of it so far. Isn't it cool? It gives this like bunched ruching look, and it looks really cool. Like when I was on Ravelry looking at this throw, almost every single person who has this in their projects uses solid colors. So I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't use this yarn, but I was looking for a throw pattern specifically for this yarn. So this is gonna be my couch throw because I dropped a stitch. Let me pick it up real quick. I really need to put this on a longer cord, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. I can't throw it all in at the same time. Here we go. It's this wide. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit bigger than the one in the pattern. This says it's going, finished size is it on here? 48 inches by 66 inches in length, which is pretty good. It uses any size, any worsted weight yarn. And I'm using a worsted weight yarn. So I really like it. It's an acrylic yarn. I will show you the yarn in my stash acquisitions a little bit better because my husband bought this yarn for me because it matches my favorite football team. But so far I have done 2 repeats, and the pattern calls for 18 repeats. 18? Yeah, 18. So we'll see once I get further along if I do 18 or if I do more or if I do less, because, you know, we'll see. Right now, I'm loving this pattern. It's working out very easily and fast. So my last work in progress is my favorite. You've seen it before. It is my Scrappy Happy Blanket, also known as my Happy Blanket. I have added on a new color, so I'm very excited. I am now gonna open it up. Open up a little bit because I can't open it all the way right now. I can't show you all of it because it's so big. It's getting big, I must say. I started out with 3 stitches, and then you increase every row 1 stitch. And I am around 391 stitches on the needles, around that 390, 395. That's how many I've got so far. So here is my colors. I don't know what you can see because I'm hiding behind the blanket. Trying to see through the blanket. So I love it. Which side has my stitch markers on it? Guys, bear with me. Of course they're on the other side. This little ducky shows where I started my next color. Right here. So I've gotten like 4 rows of the latest color. Let me flip it around because this side shows you all of, everywhere you see a progress keeper is where I've added a new color in. So I've gotten 5 colors. I'm in on my 5th color right now. I will show it to you. It's also all balled up in a cute little ball. This is called Hippos for New Year 2018. I also purchased this off of a Ravelry D-stash because I didn't buy these in 2018. I bought them last month. So I'm very happy. Once I get to roughly 450 stitches on the needles, I am going to measure it because I really don't know how big it needs to be to fit a king size bed. This is my first attempt at making a king size bed. King size blanket for my king size bed. I'm not making a king size bed, guys. I wouldn't even know where to start to do that. But as I've told you before, I'm holding a naked hippo double with a hippo colorway from Lolo Did It's yarn. The entire blanket knit from the first color to the last color is Lolo Did It's hippo colorways in plush sock. I like this base. It's soft, it's fuzzy, a little fuzzy, not too much. It's very sturdy. It's 100% merino, I do believe. I'm not 100%, but I do think it's 100% merino. I don't have any of the labels up here with me. Sorry. But this blanket is going to be massive. It's my first king size blanket attempt, and it is a simple pattern. You literally just increase one stitch every row. At the beginning of the row, you knit front back. Then it's a free pattern, I can tell you that. So very happy with this blanket. Right now it's huge, and I'm gonna go up slowly so you can see the colors. The idea in this is that it starts out with Hippo for Mom colorway, and it's going to end with Hippo for Dad. That way the blanket will, you know, be kind of like from me to my husband, and in between just lots of different colorway celebrations. Some of them are meaningful to me, some are not. Some are just really cute colors that I saw and I wanted. Like the Hippo for 2018 New Year's. I just bought that because I needed another color to go in at this point. But I will show you. Okay, the top here, just about the top 4 rows is Hippo for New Year 2018. Then this color is Hippo for Valentine's 2018. Then we have Hippo for Summer 2020. Then we have Hippo for Mani Petty, which is like a new celebration colorway she's doing. Then we have a Hippo for Mom. So right now, mainly the colors are pinks, and they were started out as mainly reds and burgundies, and then they went into pinks and reds and burgundies. Then they went into pinks and reds. Now we're into pinks and purples with a little bit of red, not a lot of red. So as the colors gradually go on, I'm adding in a color of sprinkles kind of, and then I'm taking away a color of sprinkles. So by the end of it, it will be mainly greens and browns, which is kind of the Hippo for Father's color. So I'm loving this blanket, and like I said, once I get to roughly around 450 stitches, I think I'm going to measure it, because the writer of the pattern went, I think she went to 450 stitches, but she used a smaller needle, so her blanket won't be as big as mine, and I want mine to be big. She didn't say she was making it for a king size bed, and in her picture she was kind of like holding it up, and it was huge looking. So I figured that I needed mine to be a little bit bigger than hers. So that is my second work in progress. My last work in progress that I'll be showing you. It's like the third one in here because, you know, the sock. But that's all of the work in progresses I have today. The last thing I'm here to talk about is my stash acquisitions. And this week, there are not that many because, you know, there's a few, but not too many. The first one I'm going to show you is the yarn that I'm using in my throw blanket. This is Karen Big Cakes by Yarn Inspirations. It is wool free. It's 100% acrylic. Pretty sure. Make sure I say that because it's wool free. Yeah, it's 100% acrylic. It's a medium number 4. It is 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, 603 yards. And the color is called Cake Pop. This perfectly matches my favorite NFL football team, which is Carolina Panthers. Their colors are this turquoise, gray, and black. So this is so cool. My husband came home and he bought me 4 of these. If you don't know, my husband is the retail manager of a Michaels. So when new yarn comes in, he likes to surprise me with it. So my husband came in, he had 4 in his store, and he bought all 4, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to make a blanket with that. I mean, it has 603 yards in each one, so I had 4. So started that throw, and then I realized I'm gonna need more than 4. I don't know what I was thinking. So I went back and I bought 4 more on Michaels.com, and now I have 8 of them. So this was a kind of a big stash acquisition because these cakes they're pretty big. I mean, they're big as my face. But they're beautiful, and they all are going to one project, so you know they won't be in the stash for too long. That is my big box store purchase, and I have 2 more stash acquisitions to show you. They are, you know, beautiful hand-dyed yarns. This is Luna Pearls Yarns. This yarn dyer, her yarn dyes sells out within seconds, and it's all beautiful. She only dyes bright rainbowy type self-striping yarns. Sometimes she does mini skeins, but right now her yarns are so hard to get because she doesn't make a whole lot at a time, and I have been really wanting one of her super bright self-striping yarns, and I got one. This is in the colorway Subtropic. Like, I had to set an alarm and be on her Etsy page a couple minutes before so I could be trying to get this yarn. It's that hard to get. And it is a self-striping sock yarn. It has 463 yards. It is 75/25 superwash and nylon. It's beautiful. I mean, this is going to make a beautiful pair of socks. So, pretty. My next acquisition is kind of a bigger one. This is 3 skeins or 3 sets from the same dyer. It is from the dyer JoytotheWool. Here is her tag. Yes, and each one of her sets came with a progress keeper, which I love, and I'll show you those in a second. This one is in the color Bat Out of Wool. All 3 of these are Halloween colorways. I kind of gotten the idea that I needed to buy some Halloween sock yarn and Christmas sock yarn, and I haven't bought any Christmas one yet. I wanted to get the Halloween one out of the way, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna buy some Christmas yarn. But like I was saying, this one is called Bat Out of Wool, and a solid black mini. It is 75% superwash and 25% nylon, and it is beautiful. It's 100 grams and then 20 grams. So this one is a gorgeous red and black self-striping with a black for the heels and toes, or a black for whatever you want. And when you buy this, you could choose if you wanted a red mini skein or a black mini skein, or if you wanted both. And I chose the black. Oh, I didn't show you. And this progress keeper came with this as a bat. The next one I purchased from her is this gorgeous one. This one's called JoytotheWool. You see what I did there, guys? And it is beautiful, and its progress keeper is a spider web. Beautiful. And once again, you could have chosen to get this color mini or a black or both, and I chose the fat color. And this one is called Wicked Stitch of the West, and obviously it came with a witch progress keeper. You hold still. And I chose the neon green to go with this because honestly I thought the neon green would be really cute baby socks for my baby, because I like bright things for her sometimes. So these came from, I'm pretty sure, the UK. So it took a little while to get here, not as long as a lot of things do, but right now the postal service is struggling, so I mean, it is what it is. That is all of the stash acquisitions that I have to show you today. I hope you've enjoyed my little podcast. It's been fun. I enjoyed sitting here and talking with you all. And let's see, anything else I want to talk to you about? Oh, I did have other stash acquisitions, but I can't show them to you just in case, on the slim chance that my wool swap partner sees them, because they were all for her. They have been shipped out to her. She lives in Poland, and I have sent my package on its way so we can get to her quickly, because with the pandemic, the postal services are struggling. So hopefully she gets her package and she loves it. And I know that when I get mine, no matter what's in it, I'm going to love it, because, you know, I love yarn. Hope everybody's having a great day, and I will see you all again very soon, guys, okay? Peace. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, I will see you guys. Peace.